Todd's Carpet and Tile Cleaning, call or text 702-595-0488.
The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the FDA announced a new initiative on Tuesday aimed at eliminating 8 synthetic food dyes from national food supply starting the end of next year. The plan targets commonly used dyes found in cereals, snacks, yogurts, ice cream, and medications. It involves revoking authorization for 2 lesser-used food colorings, citrus red No. 2 and orange B, within the next few months. Additionally, agencies are also working with food manufacturers to phase out 6 widely known petroleum-based dyes: green No. 3, red No. 40, yellow No. 5, yellow No. 6, blue No. 1, and blue No. 2. The FDA is also urging companies to speed up the removal of red No. 3, a dye previously linked to cancer in laboratory studies, although federal rules require it to be removed from foods in January 2027 and medications by 2028.
And one of the probably, when I met with, and I want to commend the food companies for working with us to achieve this agreement or this settlement. And when I went in a few months or about a month ago to meet with the food companies, I was talking with my staff about these petroleum-based dyes, and I said if they want to add petroleum, if they want to eat petroleum, they ought to add it themselves at home. We're going to get rid of the dyes, and then one by one, we're going to get rid of every ingredient and additive in food that we can legally address. One of the problems is that the industry, which all of these industries, cast a dark shadow historically over this agency. And there's so many conflicts that we are now systematically eliminating.
In support of this transition, the FDA is now planning to authorize 4 new natural food additives. This move is a part of a broader effort to shift the food industry towards cleaner ingredients, though it relies on voluntary compliance rather than new regulations.
These kind of food additives or scientific study, so that one by one we can start eliminating them where they can. Where we can't, there's things that we'll never be able to eliminate, like sugar. And sugar is poison. And Americans need to know that. It is poisoning us. It's giving us a diabetes crisis. When I was a kid, I always say this, a typical pediatrician would see 1 case of diabetes in his lifetime. Today, it's 1 out of every 3 kids who walks through his office door. In our most recent study from NIH, 38% of American teens, half our adult population.
The Department of Health and Human Services and the FDA is now calling on the food industry to establish a national standard and timeline to guide the shift from synthetic dyes to natural alternatives.